to uARFIDwhatueat, a channel where we deal with some of the issues that somebody with avoidant restrictive food intake disorder deals with on a daily basis. My name is Chris. Today we're going to be trying out a food, and that food is the avocado.
Avocado, avocado.
Alright, so I don't really know much about avocados other than to say that I know that the middle is really green and really creamy, but beyond that I couldn't tell you what they taste like or anything like that. So let's dive right in. Oh, I should note right off the bat though that I actually bought this with the intention of doing this video a couple days ago, but when I bought the avocado it was kind of greenish still, and my partner who does eat avocados told me that it probably wasn't ripe enough to eat yet. So I gave it a couple days here to kind of ripen up. Apparently it is at that point now. Like when you have ARFID, there's so many foods that you just know nothing about, absolutely nothing. So thankfully, yeah, my partner actually eats foods that I don't and is able to kind of contextualize some of this stuff for me and gives me a better chance of actually enjoying it properly. So just shout out to her, thank you. Appearance-wise, it does not look good to me at all. It's this like brown, shriveled color. It's really shriveled. Very strange looking, actually. The color on the outside, at least, is consistent. It's brown all the way. I gotta give it credit there. It's got the part where the stem would have been, but as usual, I'm not eating that, so I'm just gonna look past that. Smell-wise, it actually smells like nothing. That's good. Again, I'll take no smell to a bad smell any day of the week. Texture-wise, it is not smooth at all. It's covered in these little wrinkles and shrivels. Feels pretty hard, actually, on the outside here. Thankfully, I don't think you're eating the skin with this, really, so that outer texture hopefully won't provide much of an issue. It's my understanding there's a giant seed in the middle of this, so this might be a little tricky, so bear with me here. Oh. Yeah, I appear to have hit the seed. I don't know if any luck. That will just pop. Oh, right open. There we go. Cool. Thankfully, I already knew that the inside of this had a different color, or else that would freak me right out off the bat here. But that green on the inside is much more appealing as far as a flavor color goes, I have to say. There is a color gradient as it moves from the outside to the inside, where it's greener on the out and becomes more yellow-green on the inside. So I'm guessing the further inwards it gets, the more creamier and the more flavorful it probably gets. There is a little touch of a purple part here. I don't like that. Yeah, as you can see here, it's a lot greener on the outside, and then it kind of gradients into a lighter yellow-green on the inside here. As you can obviously see as well, there's an enormous seed in the middle of this thing. It's huge. I'm just gonna pop that out in a second, but I wanted to give you an up-close look first. And you can see there's just this little purple part underneath the seed. I don't know what's happening there, but I don't like that. Yeah, we did it. Interesting. It's actually got kind of like almost a mild nutty smell. Planty nutty smell. Not offensive, not too bad, but not what I was expecting. Texture-wise, on the inside, it's got like an oily, buttery quality to it, actually. Guess this is why it gets used as butter so often. That's interesting. It does seem to get like a teeny bit stringy on the inside, which is going to be gross. I don't like that part. I'm really intrigued by how much this holds its shape. It's like a baked potato or something, actually. It's really neat. Let's just take a second here to appreciate this enormous seed. If I was just eating this and including the seed, I'd be terrified right now. But thankfully, the seed is going to have no part of this. If it has to have a seed, just be a seed that can leave immediately. Yeah, very oily though, huh? Usually when I cut a fruit open and start like looking at the insides, it gets a little juicy or a bit wet, but usually not oily. So that's a really intriguing thing. Now I'm smelling the oil on my fingers. I have to say the smell is transitioning away from nutty to more planty. That smells a lot greener now than it did. Still not a strong smell, thankfully, but not one I like, really. Okay, I'm not really sure how you're supposed to just kind of bite into this, so I'm just gonna get a little spoon and see if I can't spoon some out. Oh, wow. That is like butter. It's like oily butter. That's really neat. The way it's just shaving off here, it's very buttery. Now that I'm looking at it closer and I've cut it open, I do see little kind of darker brown lines occasionally running through parts of it. To my understanding though, I think avocados go bad quick once you cut them open. So maybe I just have to work with this really quickly. So let's give this a shot here. Okay. Tasting an avocado right in the middle here, the ripe, yellowy part. Here we go. Oh. Ugh. Ew. Ugh. Wow. Okay. Not sure what I expected flavor-wise, but I didn't expect it to taste like that. Kind of actually has a bit of a mushy quality when you start chewing into it. Yeah, what a strange flavor. That's really interesting. Closest thing I can really compare this to is like an unflavored mashed potato. Not a very good flavor, actually. No, I didn't really like that. Not how I expected to describe this. All right, bite two. Ew, it's stringing off now when I rip a piece off here. I don't know if this is going to come through in the camera, but do you see those little strings popping off the side there? Yucky. Hate stringiness in my food. Don't usually like oiliness in my food either, so a little nervous after that first bite. Let's see bite number two. Here we go. Surprisingly mushy. Easy to eat. It goes down easy. Although the taste kind of hangs out because of the oiliness. But the actual flavor, not very good. Yeah, so far this has actually been really interesting. Not necessarily in a positive way. I thought this would have more of a, I guess, a buttery taste as opposed to just a buttery texture. Thankfully that stringiness didn't come through at all. I thought this was going to be really stringy. If it was, I didn't notice, couldn't really tell, because I think it just melts really quickly in your mouth. But instead it just becomes mushy and yucky. It's funny, it looks like just like a bit of shaved ice cream or something. It's neat. It doesn't look bad. Like, this looks like it should be kind of tasty, but so far not so good as far as the flavor goes here. Alright, so final bite. Let's see if maybe I can familiarize myself with it a little bit this time and hopefully get past that. Here we go. Bite 3. Oh, immediately. That's not good. Ugh. Thankfully, because it is so mushy, I can get it down. It's not difficult. That oiliness, I can feel it just integrating into my mouth. Very gross. Do not like oiliness in food. Oil tends to kind of spread out and be very potent, and I'm getting that exact effect right now from this avocado. It's not the strongest taste in the world. It's not intensely difficult or anything, but it's not a flavor I like. That doesn't go down very nicely at all. Okay, so this was interesting. Overall thoughts, avocado. Appearance-wise, on the outside, not very tasty looking, just kind of shriveled and dark and gross. It looks okay in the middle. It's got that like yellow to green thing going on. I don't like transitioning colors in my food, but it doesn't look terrible. The giant seed's intimidating, but I can just kind of remove that entirely and put it to the side, so that's not a big deal. I wish more fruits and vegetables just let you remove the seeds easily like that. Avocado, you have that going for you. But yeah, you got this kind of little purpley part right here, and the whole thing is starting to kind of go brown now quickly. It's not the scariest appearance I've had, but not good. Smell-wise, on the outside, smells like nothing. On the inside, still doesn't smell very strong at all. It just kind of has a slight planty smell to it. Texture-wise, on the outside, it's tougher than I would expect. The skin's pretty tough. But the inside is intriguing. It's got this buttery, oily feel to it. Feels okay. Again, it feels like butter, honestly. Like, that's not too bad. Taste and mouthfeel, though, this thing really surprised me, and not in a good way. The taste was, again, like a very unseasoned kind of old mashed potato kind of taste. Mouthfeel was really mushy and just not enjoyable. It went down easily, at least. I'll give it that. But the oiliness meant that the flavor just hung around for a long time in my mouth, and I don't like that. I do not like oiliness in my food. So yeah, overall, avocado, didn't like it. Disappointed too. I was kind of hoping that I would. Maybe I could spread this on some toast or something, but after trying it today, I'm not sure that's going to be something that appeals to me. That said, would I try it again? Yeah, I don't know, I guess. Maybe I just need to give it a better chance in the right context, but as far as just eating the avocado straight up, just out of the skin, out of the shell, not very good. Don't see myself doing that again. But yeah, this is uARFIDwhatueat. My name is Chris. Thank you for joining me today as I tried out the avocado. Hope you had a good time. Hopefully we'll catch you back for our next food here. Until then, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a great day. And until we see you next time, take care, eh? Bye-bye.